Welcome back, everyone. Another episode of Coffee with the Commish. Doing a little quick video, then I'm going to take a nap, and then we have baseball again in about 3.5 hours. Great to have baseball season back. We cashed the Nerfy. We cashed the under 4.5 in the first 5. We cashed the plus 150 on the Netherlands money line. Great start to the World Baseball Classic. Great game. Good to see all of this global talent on display, learning about all these guys that even I didn't know a whole lot about. So really cool game. Like the intensity, all that good stuff. Diving into the second game, it starts at 6 Eastern on the East Coast. So it's obviously a tough time. That's before breakfast for a lot of people. If you're not doing this full time, it doesn't make sense maybe to get up and watch this game. Just sharing some information that I have on this one. You can see on the ticker on the bottom of the screen. Panama plus 165 on the money line right now. Taiwan, Chinese Taipei is minus 195. I started typing up my article, my free article for this game, and Taiwan was minus 145 on the money line. Ended up, by the time I was done writing it, it was minus 155. By the time I went and let my dog out and went in and put the bet in myself, it was minus 180, and it just keeps running and running. I really do think it's a spot where there's no need to mess around with like any perceived underdog value in this spot. I'll show you the cheat sheets that I have here for Panama and for Chinese Taipei. Panama, one, you can see the population that they're pulling from, very small. They've never won a World Baseball Classic game. They're 0-5 all time. You go into this sheet, I could blow this up so it's a little easier to see for everyone. Panama, 3 games as the road team. You can see they've scored 0, 1, and 0 runs, lost all 3 of those. 3 games as the home team in this tournament. You can highlight or 2 games as the home team in this tournament, and you can see that they lost 7-0 and 2-1. The offense is anemic. When you go and you look at the data that I pulled here, you can see a guy like Jonathan Arauz. Sorry, I'm terrible with the names. I'm trying to get better, trying to listen to the broadcasters and things like that. But he's one of the headliners of this group. Batted 132 last year in the major leagues. Didn't even last the whole season. Terrible swing decisions at the plate. 2.4 walk percentage. Struck out nearly 30% of the time. A guy like Christian Betancourt, solid. Played a decent amount for the Rays. Was a pleasant surprise. He's better defensively than he is offensively. Same thing. Not a whole lot of play discipline. Doesn't get deep into counts. Not going to draw a lot of walks. And then you just go down and you look, and a guy like Ruben Tejada hasn't really been playing competitive baseball in quite some time. Luis Castillo, same thing. So there's not a whole lot of bona fide talent here. Some of these guys that have been in here, they're A-ball, double-A type of players in major league farm systems. The offense should be pathetic. I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I can't see these guys putting together a ton of quality at bats. You go look on the pitching side of things here, and what are we getting from Panama? We're starting Humberto Mejia, who played with 4 teams last year in 2 different leagues, had an ERA over 4, a WHIP near 2, so allowing a ton of traffic on the bases, nearly 2 walks plus hits per innings pitched. He was struggled pretty much everywhere he went. ERA just under 10 in AAA, ERA just under 8 when he was with Oaxaca, and then went and struggled in Guadalajara and in Tijuana as well. So I think they're able to get to him. I think they're able to put some pressure on him early in this spot, especially when you go and you look at the Chinese offense here, Chinese Taipei, Taiwan. It depends what book you're at, how they're pricing them, but they've at least been able to score some runs in this tournament. They had a disappointing result in 2017, but they did finish 8th in 2013. This is a program that is at least a little bit respectable. When we go and we look at the offense, Yu Chang, major league player, not outstanding, but he's probably not the best hitter on this team. When we go down and we look at some of the talent here, a lot of guys that bat near 300. They have a ton of speed. They have numerous guys that can swipe a bag on the base pass. According to MLB.com, they have the Chinese Professional Baseball League reigning MVP. They also have the reigning home run king from the Chinese Professional Baseball League. So there's some offensive pop here. Maybe someone will be able to hit the ball over the fence. They're going to be able to play small ball just by the nature of the way that the game is taught in this area of the world. The speed is there. They're going to be able to put pressure on them, especially if they do get guys on base. The starting pitching advantage, it's not huge. I don't love the guy that the Chinese Taipei is starting the game with. but he's still better than Mejia on the other side. I'm gonna butcher his name, but it's Chiwi Hu, and last year through 150 innings had an ERA of 3.35. A little bit more traffic on the bases than I would like. Not a lot of swing and miss stuff, but hopefully has a good defense behind him. I think it's just a better all-around team. So in my mind, the line has run. It's minus 195 on the money line, but if you're just looking for a little bit of something to pay attention to in the morning while you're getting ready for work, if you're on the East Coast or if you're available to watch the game, I really, really do think that the Taiwan or the Chinese Taipei money line in this spot is the right call. If you go look at the total in this game, it's we talked about the venue before the Cuba and the Netherlands game, and what we talked about is the venue that these games are played at has traditionally been extremely pitcher friendly. And when we go and we can sort and we can look at these games that have taken place and the Intercontinental Baseball Stadium, we've seen 5-5, 5-6, and only one game with more than 6 runs scored. The game that just ended with 6 runs scored. So that is now 6 out of 7 games with 6 runs or fewer. Tough to hit the ball out of the ballpark there. They talked about it on the broadcast as well. The wind blows in. The ball just does not carry out to left center field, to left field. So with that wind blown across into right field, I think it's going to be tough to get the ball out of the park. On top of the fact that, again, if we go look at Panama and their offensive attack here, there's just not a whole lot to like. The one guy, Jose Ramos, who probably has the most pop on this team, also is very, very easily thrown the ball past in this situation. K percentage over 30. Apologize, my brain is a little bit fried at the moment. I'm doing this research, trying to stay on top of all the information. It's hard to access a lot of it. So guys, like in my mind here, I'm on the money line for Taiwan. If you want to take them the minus 1.5, I wouldn't necessarily talk you off of that, but I think definitely take a little bit less of an investment there. If you want to take a stab on the total, I think the under in this particular ballpark is the way to go. But the pitching is not great. It makes me a little bit nervous. I think if anything, I would just go with the under on Panama's team total under 2.5. So only official one I'm giving out on this one is the money line. It ran. Apologize for that, but I am on Twitter. I give these out as soon as I possibly can on Twitter. Go to my profile and you can see I'm tweeting out the cheat sheets, all of this good stuff. Also have a Discord you can join for free. I unlock this so you guys can see the articles as soon as they come in. So just to recap, just the money line for me. If it's too juicy for your taste, parlay it with something or take the 1.5, just a little bit less of an investment. But appreciate the support. Appreciate all the kind words. I had some really nice DMs during that last game. Fun to have baseball back. Hopefully you were able to cash on any of the 3 that we gave out in the last video. Going to keep trying to do these for as many of these games as I can. If you find the content valuable, please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we'll see you later today.